Welcome back to Rio's Positive POV. Today I thought I would change things up. Rather than give you every single movie I watched in the previous month and let you know my rating, you can go check all that out still on my Letterboxd account, which is the same as my Twitter account and my Instagram account. It is at Rio's Positive POV. What I thought I would do from now is just give you some movie recommendations. I'm going to let you know about my 10 favourite first time watches that I've seen this month. So starting off is Ingmar Bergman's Persona. This is a movie that I have been putting off watching for some time now. And I think it was predominantly because it has been highly regarded by so many people that I just didn't want to get let down. And did it let me down? No, not in the slightest. It is in my top 3 movies that I've seen all year, alongside Raw and Burning, and was just absolutely incredible. It was perfect from start to finish. It was a mind-bending masterpiece, and yes, you can call it a masterpiece. It was that damn good. Persona is by far the easiest movie recommendation that I can give from the month of August 2021. The next recommendation I can give is also very easy because it is 3 movies. It is 3 movies in a trilogy that I rated 5 stars. I asked what's the best movie trilogy of all time, and when I got the answers I realised that a lot of people were picking a trilogy that I had never even seen before. And it was the Richard Linklater Before trilogy starring Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. And my mind was blown after watching that trilogy, and it is now my personal favourite movie trilogy of all time. Nothing really happens in either movie, yet the acting, the screenwriting is just so beautiful that it just doesn't matter. It is a lesson in screenwriting. It's a lesson in movie making that sometimes less is more. The more you care about the characters, the more you care about the story. So if the story isn't 4 different arcs and beginning, middle, end, whatever it may be, it can be a very simple movie that can be a complex story. So Before trilogy, Richard Linklater is just... please go and watch it. Please go and watch it. The next movie is Ran, which is a adaptation of the Shakespeare play King Lear from Akira Kurosawa. This movie is just an epic. It is an epic movie on every single scale. I haven't seen that many Akira movies, but this is a great introduction for me, and I will be watching many more. I suggest you get involved by watching Ran. The next movie is one which has evaded me for a while now because Stanley Kubrick is one of my favourite directors. Paths of Glory, however, the war epic, is a movie that I hadn't seen for some reason, and I made sure I rectified that in August 2021. And again, a movie that just did not disappoint me. I was enamoured from the first shot. It is a truly amazing movie which I reckon you should go check out. The next movie is a Korean movie called, I believe it's a Japanese movie called Shoplifters, which, yeah, you guessed it, is about a group of shoplifters. But it is so much more than that. It's a movie that shows that family is not always blood. It's the people that care for you, and it's the people that truly worry about you on a daily basis, people that want you to do better, even if that means being a better shoplifter. Amazing movie, one which I slept on only for a couple of years. That doesn't make me feel too bad, but go and check it out, Shoplifters. The next movie is one which caught me off guard slightly. I was asking for some horror movie recommendations, and this one was given to me. I hadn't even heard of the movie before, to be perfectly honest, so went in really blind on this one and didn't know anything. It is It Follows. And the suspense created in this movie is second to none. The soundtrack is so on point. It is so on key for the actual story and building the tension throughout. When music is done correct in horror movies, it just brings it to such another level, and It Follows is a movie that does that. Originally, I gave the movie 4.5 stars, but after not being able to get certain scenes out my mind for the next 48 hours, I upped it to a 5, and it's definitely a movie which I believe you should check out. It's one of my favourite horror movies that I've seen in the last decade now. The next movie is another horror movie called Suspiria. It is an Italian movie which was released in the 70s. There is a remake which came out in 2018, which I also watched. A movie which I didn't rate anywhere near as much as the original, but one which you should probably go check out as well, because it's at its core the same movie, but they're so different. So different. And a lot of people prefer the follow-up, the sequel, the remake to the original. So I think you should go check out both of them. The final movie that I reckon you should go check out from the movies that I watched last month is Personal Shopper. This is a movie which stars Kristen Stewart. It's a movie which I ran to watch as soon as I found out it was on the BBC iPlayer. I actually watched it straight after watching the trailer for Spencer, the Diana biopic starring Stewart. And anybody who says Kristen Stewart can't act is absolutely out of their mind. She is so good in Personal Shopper. For me, it's her best performance on screen. And the movie is just nothing like anything I've seen. It was just such a unique experience. It was such a breath of fresh air. And that, for me, is just what I love about movies. You can go from a Suspiria to a Personal Shopper to It Follows to one of my favourite movies of recent years, Raw. And the concepts are completely different. The horror elements are there all over the place, but just completely different movies. I, growing up, or even in my first 28 years of life, was not a big horror movie fan. But over the last couple of years, I've really got into the genre, and it might be my favourite genre at the moment because it's absolutely fantastic. They are my movie recommendations for the past month. If you think I should continue doing this rather than the monthly roundups, let me know either way. I'll be curious to hear what you guys enjoy, because at the end of the day, I just want to talk shit about movies, but I also want you guys to enjoy the content. So hit me up in the comments and let me know. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you, gracias, merci, arigato, peace out.